Well, hello, and welcome back to Idle Kingdom Defense. So today, 24,031, and of course, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe, and you know it, I know it, make sure you ring that bell. So, here we are. Just working away through everything, that's just how it goes. Okay. And let's give Mason his 5 levels. We're going to wrap up the week here. Oh, we got to get some gear from the fountain. Fountain was stingy. And, of course, Portal. Now, this is another one that we finished, which is Legion of Steel. So, you know, at least we got 3 out of 4 is pretty good. Obviously, we're going to get the last one, but Marion just needs to get stronger. What can I say? She's just not putting up enough numbers. I do find it kind of funny that I did 5 levels, and I stopped thinking I would just sweep the rest, and I come back and do the 6th level. Nope. The Archer Store has been purchased. King's Ruin has been ruined. We do have Total War left, but it's time to purchase some heroes. But, all that said, how are you doing today? I do hope everything is going well for you. Obviously, everything's great here. Like I said, we're going to have a moratorium on we'll try Portal again at 5700. So part of the reason for delaying it is because I realized, I had about a week's worth of Portal episodes that we're pushing through. And I didn't want to keep making episodes when we're already behind. So I was like, well, I'll wait a week. Well, a week will get me about... Oh, we didn't get anything today. It'll get Marion to about 55. I figured it'd be about close to 5,500. Maybe 55 and 55, 25 or something like that. So I was just like, okay... That's 81 for the ring. I was like, we might as well just wait to 5,700. And if you're wondering, why do you prefer to do these things? It's because 5,700 is 300 awakenings. So I just kind of that's kind of the pattern that I like to do it, because I feel like 300 awakenings is enough for, as everything's a multiple of 3, it's like full cycle. And I feel like it's a good time to try again. And I think, unfortunately with the way the game is, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on your perspective, I feel like anything less than, 300, well, first off, if we did do a bunch of stages, you need about, there's a certain amount of time you have to give it anyways to get all the episodes out. Okay, well, let's go sweep first. Alright, we'll grab 2 rings and then go after orbs. So there's a certain amount of time you kind of have to let things breathe anyways. And we get about 6 levels a day. Oh, both artifacts, right? So that's about... Oh, that was 3 rings right there? Okay. One orb. 2 orbs. Excuse me. 4 orbs. Okay. That was pretty good. Let me make sure that was right, though. Yeah, we got 3 rings. I thought maybe one of them wasn't. We got 5 orbs already, so we need 1 orb and 3 rings. One, 2, 3. And so then you need to have a certain amount of spacing between... I don't want to just blast out. Because nobody's going to watch it if I just drop 20 episodes in one day. Nobody's going to watch them all. Somebody might, look at them, and survey says... Ignore defense. and kind of skim through them, but nobody's going to watch them all if I just blast them all out. So that's why I kind of space them out once a day. Plus, when I was doing Total War, I can only, the way I do it, you can only do one a day anyways, because I do the 10 sweeps. That's one of the reasons I do the 10 sweeps. And survey says defense is so that, and survey says more defense. Okay. One of the reasons I do it that way is so that because if I swept everything, if I went through, I would never push, because I always try to push after I sweep and have everything done for the day, because that's kind of like my goal. And the survey says defense. Alright, back to the ring. You know, I feel like it's important to just kind of have everything done, you know, because to me, doing the pushing is kind of like an end-of-day activity. Like, there's no point in trying to push and then sweep, because I, you know, should have everything finished up for the day. Anyway, so that's why I do it that way, and that means that I can, at best, in 237.3 million and 532,475 crit damage. So that's nice. We're gonna go to Lucas. You'll work on Lucas's runs. That's fine. So one of the reasons I do it that way is so that at the end of the day, or you know, because I need to do it after I sweep. Because actually, you know, doing all that does take a decent, it's not like a huge amount of time, it does take a decent amount of time. So to me, it's more important that I have everything staged, because especially with Total War, there's no time thing to consider. So I can always just do it tomorrow if I run out of time. And if I run out of time and don't have everything prepped, then we get one of those episodes where it's like, whoops! And I try to avoid having that. So anyways, that's sort of why it's that way. Now, obviously, when we get to 5,700, now I was pretty serious that about 6,000, we were going to probably fairly seriously consider focusing on Total War. And I'll need to make a decision then. So by 5,700, I need to start knocking some of the stages down. For example, I think what we're going to do is we're going to try and go as far as we can in the Flame Fortress. And just see how far we can get with everything and how long the stages are taking. I believe there is about a 4x difference between 11.10 and 12.1. So, again, I don't know how much we're going to be into. And, of course, I'm not going to be trying to do this without warriors. I'm not insane. You could... The nice thing is, at least we can try it again without warriors at some point. But the reality is, once we finish and get everything to 12.10, we're going to actually change direction. Oh, let's go look. Well, let's go look at Lucas now. We're actually going to change direction. Let's see if we can get anything. Well, we did get it to plus 11 and start working on Vincent, because I think it's going to be fun to just see a new character, sort of like what we're doing with Lucas, but with a character that should actually be a lot more effective, and we'll have kind of like a race between Marion and Vincent. And of course, we're going to make Vincent's artifacts correct. I'm going to show you the way I think they should be made. And we're going to see if that works out. That could take a really long time, so we'll have to see what happens. But that's sort of the plan. But anyways, once again, as always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. And if you have any questions, feel free to say something in the comments. I do always look forward to your questions. And as always, thank you again. And I hope you have a great day. Goodbye.